Hey there, Yuli here from ProjectLaptoplifestyle.com, and today I'll cover healthy eating tips for long-term travel. I'll share multiple tips for how to stay healthy while traveling, and for a very long time for me, I believed I can travel and I can be healthy. It was very unfortunate because this was the results I'm getting. Like every time I was traveling, I was either being sick in some way, I was getting food poisoning, and I wasn't feeling best, I was feeling much better if I stayed in the same place, and then in my head I said, no, I can't travel, health is really important to me. The thing is, I just didn't know anything better. I was just doing wrong things, and this was the cause why I was being sick and having food poisoning. And I would like to share things which I'm doing, which are really helping me to really stay healthy. Healthy eating tips and lifestyle tips for long-term travel. If you want to move around, if you want to do lots of things. So, number one, eat local. If you're gonna travel a lot, it means probably gonna be in different countries. So, eating local is what I do, and I find it really beneficial because every place I'm going, I'm kind of searching for the foods which are growing in that place. And I'm a full believer of removing everything unnatural from your body and eating natural, but not only natural, but local as well. Local organic foods. So I dropped all the not natural and not organic. I try and eat only natural and organic, and every place I search for the foods that grow there. Foods that are local to this place, meaning they didn't have to be frozen, shipped out, and it's so different when you're eating food which is literally just grown from the ground. If it's a plant or an animal which is really fresh from here, it's a huge difference. Because I've been all around the world and I went to many farms, and when I ate the same fresh food, I was amazed at how this food was so different from food in the supermarket which I was used to, or food which is just not fresh, had some salt, or sometimes I put sugar on it. So local is a big thing for me. I find that my diet is actually very different in every place because I focus on the local foods. I'll give you a few examples. Right now I'm in Cyprus. I'm shooting this video here, and Cyprus is on the beach. I'm in Larnaca, and there's plenty of seafood here. So I eat lots of seafood here. And the seafood here is amazing. It's fresh, it's freshly caught. I actually know the people where they sell it, 7:30 a.m. They're by the dock, they sell fish, but I go to restaurants sometimes and I eat fresh seafood. I was in Serbia before, and in Serbia I was not eating any seafood at all for time there because nothing is grown there. It's like not by the beach. Like if I would have a fish, it probably would mean it's shipped for very far. So I ate lots of berries in Serbia. It grows there, and I found a local restaurant with a local farm, and I had a free range chicken. I usually don't eat chicken only unless it's organic, free range, and I had it there. And it was really local, the local food. When I was in Peru, for example, I had lots of maca and chocolate. Maca and chocolate are amazing foods that grow there. So I had the food which grows there. Again, my diet is going to be very different in every place, and I always just try to focus on what is local. Instead of saying, okay, my diet has to be A, B, C, D, what is local? This makes it easy. This means I'll get in my body all the time fresh foods, and I feel good doing this. Tip number 2 is eat probiotic foods. I started noticing that sometimes when I was traveling a lot and changing countries often, then it took time for my body to adjust to it. Maybe even the outings were not very regular, or I just didn't feel very well and something wasn't digesting properly. One thing which made a huge difference for me is probiotics. After I started supplementing with probiotics, and I usually supplement more of probiotics when I go to a new country, it allows your digestive system to really get used to the traveling in a much better way. This can be in any other form. It doesn't have to be probiotics. It can be kombuchas, which have probiotics in this, kefirs, which have probiotics in them, from organic source, cultured vegetables, anything that has this probiotic thing, because every new country has its own bacteria. This allows you to adjust to the new country much faster. Tip number 3 is I use an application called Happy Cow on my phone. It's a great source for finding health food stores. Anywhere around the world, even in third world countries, usually there's health food stores. And Happy Cow, I use it on my iPhone. I can actually find the stores, some organic places, and automatically in every place I have a health food store, and usually they have some goodies, some local supplements, and I just go over and I buy some things and just consume it in the next month or a few weeks I'm in a place. Some places I also use TripAdvisor just to get the restaurants with the highest ratings. I usually do it in more third world countries where I can't trust the restaurants, so I just go for those with the highest reviews. This way I also know I'm getting safe food, amazing food. Don't settle down on street food or shit food. That's the reason you're getting food poisoning. I was doing it in the past and I was feeling horrible. Whenever I removed it completely, I started feeling much better, and you'll just not have any food poisoning because there is no reason to have it if you're eating fresh, good food. Tip number 4, avoid food in airplanes and airports. I personally think the food on airplanes is horrible. It's horrible. It's the furthest possible from fresh food. It's probably microwaved, it's radiated, I don't know what they even put there. It's horrible, really, in my opinion. So I use airports and flights, which I have quite often, to fast. For me, it's a great time to fast. So I just implement fasting in my day-to-day life, in my traveling, especially when I fly. And usually as human beings, we are not supposed to eat all the time. We have periods, like sometimes we eat a lot, then we eat less, then we eat a lot, then we eat less. And this allows me to play with it. Sometimes I will fast 24 hours if I have a long flight. A few hours before the flight, during the flight, and afterwards. Sometimes it will be 16 hours. And because I move around, I don't go on for the unhealthy things. Because sometimes if you move around, you don't necessarily have access to a healthy restaurant or healthy food. If you fast during this period, you won't get anything bad into your body. Just get to the next place, eat there. When you get to the new place, eat the healthy food, eat something normal, and this will make sure your body stays clean and you'll stay healthy. You'll not have any weird food poisoning, which can happen if you take weird foods on the road. If you're really hungry, fasting can help out. Tip number 5, workout. Your diet is only one aspect, and your body is very much connected to your mind and to how you feel. If you'll take care of your body, you'll have stronger immune system. If you'll have stronger immune system, it will be easier for you to travel, easier for you to take taller flights, and you'll just have much more energy. You'll be healthier. Working out is really crucial, in my opinion, to staying healthy. Number 6, consume foods for your immunity. I personally found about mushrooms. Now, it's not psychedelic mushrooms, it's actually mushrooms for your immunity. And the top mushrooms which I found out, which I started consuming, is called chaga and reishi. They're actually herbs, and super herbs, and they give you so much things for your immunity. I invite you to research on non-development. They're actually the two most studied herbs in the world. There's many research. Cultures have used it in the past, and since I've started consuming those two, I can't explain it. I just feel so much stronger inside, and illness just became I just forgot about it. My body even forgot what is possible. Before, I was getting sick all the time, especially when I was traveling. Every few months, minimum, it was regular, getting sick, you know, I thought it was this, but I believe my immunity wasn't the best, and consuming those type of foods, mushrooms, chaga and reishi on a regular basis every day allowed me to build up my immunity, and literally I forgot what is sickness. I can't even think about it, it just doesn't come. I wasn't sick for a long time, I wasn't sick, and when you're traveling, you're exposed to lots of bacteria, sometimes people have diseases, and that's why if you stay healthy, if your immune system is strong, you'll stay healthy. It doesn't mean that you'll have to be sick or have a disease as well. So those are my tips. This is what I'm doing to stay healthy while doing long-term travel. And if you know someone who is doing long travel and struggling with health, you think this video and information can help him, please share with him or them or her. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel below, Project Outward Lifestyle, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.